Hello guys, and welcome back to the another class of our course about Python. So until now we saw many things and we talk about loops, and my goal today is to practice our for loop. Since it's not always easy to understand, I think with a little bit of practice you guys will see that it's not something that is hard to understand. Alright, so what I present you today is very simple. What I will create, we will create today, let's say 4 meals, 4 drinks and 4 dessert. And we will see all the combinations that can exist of those 4 meals, drinks and dessert. And we will look at all the different combinations that can exist with those elements. And we will use for loop in this case to be able to create this type of small application. So let's start. The first we want to do is create our list object. So in this case we will have our first list will be named meal. In this case we will have pizza, we'll have burger and we will have chicken. So if you guys want to add other elements you can. Well, let's just create 3 of them. So this is the way you guys will see what it looks like. Alright, the next thing we want to have is drink. So what exactly we will have as a drink? So the second list will be drink. So in this case, water. We'll have juice. And we'll have cola. Great. So our last list in this case will be dessert. In this case, dessert will be cake, ice cream and chips. Alright, so we have everything that we need to be able to create our small app. So right now, as I said, we want to have all the combinations possible. So let's say we have a pizza, water as a drink and cake, but we can have pizza, water as a drink and ice cream. And my goal right now is having all the possible combinations. So what exactly we will do? I will simply do something that is called a nested loop. So this means that you will put loop inside of a loop. And in our case, we will have 3 levels of loops. We will have the meals, drinks and the dessert. So how exactly this will work? Very simple. Write down for. This will be our first loop for the meals. So in this case, we have to write down, let's say, a variable, but we write down m. So our variable will be m in meal. So we will use the first letter of meal, just the name of the variable. Then for. This will be our second loop. In this case, drink. So the variable d in drink. So for. Once again, this will be our third level of loop. In this case, we will have ds in desert. Alright, so right now we have our 3 levels of loop. We could have started with desert, then to drink, then to meal. In this case, order doesn't matter, but we decided to go in this order. So we started with meals, drinks and dessert. So it's very simple. What's going to happen? So Python will start with a pizza and water. So at first we will have pizza, water, and pizza water will be tested cake, ice cream, chips. And then we will have a pizza and juice. Pizza and juice will be tested cake, ice cream and chips. And it will go on. Alright. So we will have all this right now. So it's time to print our output. So what exactly we want as an output? So it's very simple. Well, print. So what exactly we'll print? We will print a sentence. So let's say I will have. What exactly I will have? So I will have m, which is our variable for meal. So m will be, as I said, our variable as a meal. So don't for m will be always changed next. I also want. In this case, we will have D as a drink. As a drink and and DS as a dessert. Great. So as you can see guys, this will be our sentence and this completes our app. So let's run the app and see the possible outputs that can happen. As you can see, all the possible outputs are here. So you can have pizza as a meal, you can have water as a drink, and finally the cake as a dessert. As you can see guys, this is the output and right here we have all the possible combinations of those three elements and you can write many elements you guys want. As you can see guys, this is the way that you can use the for loop. For example, you are looking for a combination of something well. This is the way that you can guys find it out. So that's it for this class guys. See you all in next class.